Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. It is the market beast, Napoleon Macro. Today's video will be geared only towards the S&P 500. This is a very important video, and it is a very important day to focus on the close of the specific level on the S&P 500 only. And we're gonna look at the 50 exponential moving average as well as the RSI to determine whether or not the markets are setting up for an actual crash. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys very specific instructions on what to look for. So let's stop being repetitive and get right into it, guys. Welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around all of my loyal subscribers. Let's go ahead and dive right into the charts here. Sure. So today's February the 18th, 2022, and the previous close of the S&P 500, $4,380.26, slightly negative 2.1% for the day. Now, if you're new here, you have to watch the previous video in order for this to make sense. Again, what we're looking at are the weekly candles. Okay, we have question marks, we have the RSI, we have red check marks and circles. If you did watch our previous video, it's very simple what you're looking at. In order to truly understand whether the markets are going to crash, right, in quotations, or actually have a vicious move down, as the red, we'll focus on what happened back in February 2020, as you see this white circle and the red check mark. So let's just kind of get into here. For those of you who did not watch the previous video, it's really simple actually. So the close, as we scoot on over to present day, this is exactly what you're going to look for in order to determine a vicious move down or retracement or crash, right? First thing, weekly. Close below this red line, this green line. If you want to pull this up on your chart, I'm using tradingview.com. This green line is the 50 exponential moving average. To the top here where you'll see indicators, you just click that, and where it says search, you just simply type in that's not an EMA, and at the very top it says moving average exponential. You just click that. Once you click that, you go to the right over here and you just kind of click the little, looks like a little star. It says settings. Click the settings, and then you click the input, and then you go down to the length, okay? And you just type in 50. I already have it in there. And then, of course, boom, you have it right on your chart, okay? Again, weekly setup. I said that so many times. All right, so once you get a weekly, if there's a weekly close below that green line, the next thing that you want to verify is that there's a RSI close below 45.65 on the weekly RSI. So those are the two red check marks that you'll need in order for this market to move lower. Now, this is a pretty unique situation here because when it actually closed below that green line, you see that on February the 24th. Okay, well, hang on. Yeah, February the 24th, 2020, that week thereof. On the very next week, see what happens. It's very interesting what happens next. Let me play it back for you guys. We played it back on the last, but I really want to comb through this, guys. Today is super important. Now, watch what happens after, because that's the official close below the 50 exponential. Hopefully everyone can see that, right? Let's erase everything. You guys can see that. That's an official close below that 50 exponential, okay? So let's bring everything back. Now, when we play it back, you'll notice on the very next candle, there's a push. Remember, well, that was a very vicious push during that weekly candle. But remember, moving averages if you're looking at the screen there, you see how it's pushing up? Okay, now let's pause it there. Notice how that moving average, well, the price action pushed to attempt to push back through the 50 exponential moving average, but it failed and it closed below the 50 exponential moving average. That's just simply support turning into resistance, and then the market, of course, continuing to the direction in which the market closed, which in this case is below the 50 exponential moving average, and it actually gapped lower. Okay, so hopefully we're clear. The two things we're looking for is a weekly candle to close below the 50 exponential moving average, simultaneously the RSI closing below the 45.65, and of course I just did that explanation in terms of the weekly candle closing below the 50 exponential, and then the it's called a throwback, but it's just kind of attempts to push higher, and then it fails. Now I'm explaining, keeping all of that in mind. Let's scoot on over to present day to see where we are. Now, keep in mind, guys, this video is not suggesting that the market is going to crash. It's giving you the instructions because a lot of people are confused in exactly what to look for. The instructions are very simple. 50 exponential, if you pull that on your chart, 50 exponential, the first thing you want to do is get a close below that level. Please take notes, guys. The S&P 500, SPX is the instrument. The level on the 50 exponential right now is $4,342.48. Okay, that is the level. Okay, so if today's close, let's see if we can type it out. It's super long, unprofessional video here. 4,342. Sorry, guys, this is super weird. 48. Okay, if it closes below that level, 434248. Yes, if it closes below that level today, then that would be an official close below the moving average, again, which tends to act as support and resistance as well. Okay, you can use moving averages as support and resistance as well. All right, that is the level for today. Now, if simultaneously, well, naturally, this will also happen as a result of the price closing below the 50 exponential, because right now the RSI, it's already below the 45.65 level on the weekly RSI. Okay, so in that case, we'd have to change these white check marks into pretty much an official red check mark. And of course, remember the example that we showed on the following week, the market is, please understand, guys, this market is in a bull market. It is in an overall uptrend. Somebody say, bull market? What are you talking about? The market's going down. It's in a bull market. Okay, because it has not made a new low. Well, it wicked lower. If you notice this wick here, see this wick? On January the 24th, 2022, yes, it did wick lower than the previous low, but it has not closed below the candle's bodies. And I want to show you that so that we're all clear. See that? Just put it, line at the candle's bodies right there, right at about $4,349 and about 65 cents. So this means that this market is in a bull market. That's right, because it has not closed a weekly candle lower than the previous low. So it is still in a beautiful, perfectly intact uptrend. It doesn't matter what you think is going to happen next. Even if it does happen, I am technically speaking, and it is technically in an overall uptrend and in a bull market. All right. All right. Hopefully we're clear on that. So yes, guys, let's wrap up the video. It's getting pretty weird. $4,342. Weekly close below that level today. On the next weekly candle, if there's a push higher, that's fine. It must close back above the 50 exponential. If it does, great. We're in a good position. If it doesn't, and it does what it did on the example that we just showed you guys, it pushes higher, and then it closes below the 50 exponential moving average, I would get short immediately. I would get short the market immediately at the close of next week's candle. Okay? If it fails to close back above the 50 exponential moving average, that is super specific. All right, at the end of this video, I'm going to put this out before the market's open. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that was enough information and not too much, weird stuff there, and filled with information that you could use today and next week if we get a close below that 50 exponential on the S&P 500. That's all I have for you, wonderful folks. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So if you don't mind supporting the channel before you go by simply leaving an appropriate thumb, I would appreciate it. Below the video, also leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can notice this channel in the video. If you guys are new, we also explore the traditional, alternative markets. We only go over Bitcoin for now, and you can kindly subscribe with us, hit the bell, and we'll send that out to you momentarily. Welcome in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, always, I do appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping out. Always have a plan. Execute your strategies out there. Keep that positive energy flowing. We'll talk soon. Please understand you have something very specific to look for today because we got weekly closes. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.